Hello everyone, this is S.BHARGAVI studying B.Pharmacy second year in Maharaja's College of Pharmacy. I'm here in front of you to discuss my topic, large-scale sterilization equipment. That means on a large-scale industry, what equipment do we use to sterilize? So let's see the equipment. First one is hot air oven. It is an equipment of dry heat sterilization. That means it is an equipment which is used to sterilize the substances by the accomplishment of dry heat or hot heat. It can be used for only the substances which are void of or lack of moisture. So it is made up of a double-walled metallic chamber which is made up of either aluminum or stainless steel. This double-walled insulation makes sure that the heat is supplied in an efficient way so that the inner wall is made reflecting to reduce the heat loss, and this insulation keeps the heat in and conserves the energy. First of all, hot air oven consists of two or more shells for the placing of the equipment or materials, and the heat is circulated by the fans fitted in the equipment itself. Normally, the circulation of heat is by normal convection, but to provide uniform circulation of heat, we use forced convection by fitting fans in uh, particular places in the equipment itself. And depending on the temperature, the time can be reduced or increased. For example, at lower temperatures, the time will be more for sterilizing the materials, and at higher temperatures, the time will be reduced for sterilizing the materials. But we cannot go with the higher temperatures always, because depending on the material, we need to go. If some materials are not compatible with higher temperatures, then they will get decomposed. So based on the nature of the material, we reduce or increase the temperature and time. For example, at 140 degrees Celsius, the time required to sterilize the materials is 3 hours, whereas at 180 degrees Celsius, it is 30 minutes. So as the temperature increases, time reduces, or temperature decreases, the time increases. So this is about the hot air oven, and the application says it is used to sterilize glassware or porcelain pieces or glassware, and it is used for materials which are impermeable to moisture. So the next one is autoclave. It is an equipment of moisture sterilization. That means it is quite opposite to the hot air oven. That means it is used to the sterilize substances which contain moisture. So it is also described as an elaborate pressure cooker which is provided with a lid fitted with nut bolts. And the lid consists of pressure gauge, safety valve, and a steam vent. Firstly, to operate this, water is allowed into the autoclave, in which the heating element should be completely immersed. Then the heater is switched on. Firstly, the steam vent is open until the displaced air will be removed. Then the steam vent is closed. As we on the heater, uh, the temperature will be raised to 121 degrees and pressure to 15 lb per square inch, and up to 15 minutes we will make the heater on, and then we'll switch off it. At a point where the pressure outside the autoclave and inside the autoclave will be equal, then the lid will be open and we can take out our sterilized materials. In this way, the autoclave works, and the cylinder is generally made of gunmetal or stainless steel, which is effective in providing more heat to the substances. And next one is, here also there are some conditions for temperature, pressure, and holding time. That means at which temperature and which pressure, how much time it will take to sterilize the moist substances. For example, 115 to 118 degrees Celsius at 10 lb per inch square pressure, it requires 30 minutes, whereas at 135 to 138 degrees Celsius at 30 lb per inch square, we require 3 minutes. Generally, the autoclave is operated at 121 to 124 degrees at laboratory scale, but at larger industries, we'll use other temperatures based on the materials also. So the normal mostly used conditions are 121 degrees and 15 lb per inch square for 15 minutes. This is all about autoclave, and their applications are, it is used for already we said it is used for sterilization of moist substances. That means the substances which contain moisture in them. And so it is also used for the sterilization of surgical dressings, fabrics, etc., and also glassware. Next one is Arnold steam sterilizer. It is used for the production of producing tendernization effect, which is also an effect of moist heat sterilization and equipment of moist heat sterilization. So Arnold steam sterilizer, it is generally when we expose a material to for 90 minutes, for 90 degrees, it kills all the vegetative bacteria. But when a material is sterilized containing media like gelatin or sugar, etc., it will get decomposed on such high temperatures and for such a longer period of time. So here in the Arnold steam sterilizer, a material that is to be sterilized is exposed to 100 degrees for only 20 minutes in 3 successive days. That means in the first day it is exposed to 100 degrees for 20 minutes and in the other 2 days also the same. So as we do like this, for the first exposure on the first day, it will kill all the vegetative bacteria in the material. And in the second day, as for the second exposure, it germinates all the spores in the material. And in the third day, the germinated spores are killed. So in this way, the other substances are which are likely which are likely to decompose on higher temperatures, they can be sterilized in such a way. This is all about Arnold steam sterilizer. And the next one is HEPA filter. HEPA filter, HEPA means high efficiency particulate absorbing filter. That means it has a greater efficiency to absorb the airborne particles or particulates, anything. It is an important component of laminar flow cabinet, which is used in the aseptic area. We all know the aseptic area that it consists of only three components of it. One is laminar flow cabinet, one is fan, and the other one is the HEPA filter, which is attached to the laminar flow cabinet itself. So the HEPA filter works on the principle of gathering the airborne particles through the pre-filter and sterilizing the gas or air that is coming through. It allows only the gas to pass through them, and it entraps the bacteria or airborne particles in the atmosphere and makes the clean area clean. So it is most important in the clean area because it prevents the contamination during the process of compounding, packaging, or anything that we do in a aseptic area during the formulation of products. So it is high efficiency particulate. That means it removes at least 99.97% of dust, pollen, mold, bacteria, and any airborne particles with a size of 0.3 micrometers and greater. 0.3 micrometers is a very small size and it removes 99.97% of all these particles, which is of the size 0.3 micrometers and more than that. So the HEPA filter consists of a filter frame, aluminum separator, and continuous filter sheets. These continuous filter sheets help in the trapping of airborne particles continuously. If in the first sheet, a particle is passed through the first sheet, it can be trapped through the second sheet or etc. And these HEPA filters are mostly used for the sterilization, not sterilization, but for the filtration of the airborne particles or etc. to uh, clean the or to aseptically perform the experiment or any compounding or any formulation. So this is all about the large scale equipment that is used in the sterilization. Sterilization is required in everything. So all these equipments are used in large scale industries for the sterilization of materials. Thank you everyone.